Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrators. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter coordinate plane, and the lessons we're going to cover today are objects on a coordinate plane, graph points on a coordinate plane, quadrants, coordinate planes as maps, distance between 2 points. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is objects on a coordinate plane. Okay, here I'm on grade 6 math. So we're going to start with the chapter coordinate plane. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is objects on a coordinate plane. Okay, what is the x quadrant of the pink circle? So you are given that is the x and y coordinate plane. You are given the different shapes on the coordinate plane. You have to look for the x coordinate of the pink circle. So here is the pink circle. Just match it on the x-axis. Just look at this line on the x-axis, straight line. This is the x-axis. The horizontal one is always the x-axis. The vertical one is the y-axis. So whenever you have to look for the x-axis, just look at the line on the x-axis. So the point match to the line match on the x-axis to 3. That means the x coordinate of the pink circle is 3, right? This is a coordinate plane. Coordinate plane has two axes, a horizontal axis that is known as x-axis and the vertical one that is known as y-axis. So the x coordinate of the pink circle is 3. Got it? The x coordinate of the pink circle is 3. The whenever you have an object on the coordinate plane, that would be on the intersection of x and y axis. You can see here the triangle here is that the triangle is on the intersection of the lines, the x and y line. Then the heart is also on the intersection, right? So whenever you have to look for the x-axis, the x coordinate of the heart is 7 and the y coordinate of the heart is 5. Just match the line to the coordinate, right? Okay, what is the y coordinate of the blue circle? Okay, yes, I can make a line. If you already know the answers, you can just write down the answers in the chat box. Okay, you have to look for the y coordinate of the blue circle. So here is the y coordinate. Just match it to the y axis. When you match it to the y axis, the y coordinate is 4. The correct option is 4, right? So you have to look for the y axis, that would be 4. Okay, the next one is what is the x coordinate of pink pentagon? Okay, just locate the pink pentagon on the xy coordinate plane. Here is the pink pentagon. You have to look for the x coordinate. So for the x coordinate, you have to just look at, match the point to the x axis. Here is the x axis. So just match it to the x axis. That means the x coordinate of the pentagon is 4. The correct option is 4. Let's just start with the practice questions. What is the x coordinate of the blue circle? Which is the correct option, 3 or 2? Just match the blue circle to the x axis. So that means the x coordinate of the blue circle is 3. So the correct option is 3. The x coordinate of the blue circle is 3. So the correct option is 3. What is the y coordinate of green pentagon? So here is the green pentagon. You have to look for the y coordinate of the green pentagon. So here is the green pentagon. Just match it to the y axis. It would be then 6. That means the y coordinate of the green pentagon is 6. So the correct option is 6. Whenever you have to look for the y coordinate, just look at, match the point on the vertical axis, and whenever you have to look for the x axis, just match the point to the horizontal axis. That is the horizontal axis. This one is horizontal, this one is vertical. So the vertical axis is 6. So the correct option is 6. Okay, what is the y coordinate of the heart? Okay, just match it to the y coordinate, y axis. It the heart match to 10. So that means the correct option is the y coordinate of the purple heart is 10. So the correct option is 10. The y coordinate of the purple heart is 10. Okay, what is the y coordinate of the green heart? So the y coordinate of the green heart is, just match it to the y axis, it would be 5. So the y coordinate of the green heart is 5. The correct option is 5. Okay, what is the y coordinate of the blue circle? So which is the correct option? Here is the blue circle. You have to look for the y coordinate. So when you match it to the y coordinate, it would be 4. That means the coordinate of the blue circle is 4, right? What is the x coordinate of the pink pentagon? Here is the pink pentagon. You have to look for the x coordinate. So just match it to the x axis. The x coordinate is 4. The correct option is 4. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is graph points on a coordinate plane. Okay, graph the point 7, negative 9 on the coordinate plane. So how do we plot a point on the coordinate plane? So the coordinate plane consists of the x-axis and the y-axis. The horizontal axis is always the x-axis and the vertical axis is the y-axis. So just look at the point. The point is 7 and -9. So the very important point, the first one is always the x coordinate and the second one is always the y coordinate. So that means the x coordinate is 7 and the y coordinate is 9. That is the -9. X is 7. Here is the x-axis. X is 7 and y is -9. You can see y is negative here. That means the point must be in this quadrant. So x is 7. This is 7. So you have to make a point in front of 7 and -9. So here is -9 and let me try. Take it -8 and -10. So that means this point is -9. This is -9 and this is 7. So just match these two lines where they intersect each other. That would be the, so this is the coordinate, that is 7 and -9. Got it? You just have to plot the point, so you can remove the line and just point a, just make a point. Got it? So this one is 7 and -9. You have to just make a point. So it would be 7 and -9. It is here. Got it? Okay, let's just look at the other example. The other example is graph the point 9 and -9. So again, you have a point 9 and -9. That is the x coordinate and that is the y coordinate. Again, y is negative. That means the point is below this line. Got it? Because y is negative. So here you have -8. That means this is the point -9. This is -9. X is 9. 9 is 8 and 10. That means this is 9. So just make it would be here. This is the point of intersection of 9 and -9. So this is the point 9 and -9, right? Just be careful, look at the points carefully, then draw, point the coordinates. Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, the first one is graph the point 7 and -9 on the coordinate plane. So that means the x coordinate is 7 and y is -9, right? So just look at the options below. Just look at this one, match it to the x and y axis and see what are the points. X is 7 here and y is -9 here. That means that is the correct option here. X is 7 and y is -9. So the correct option is option number 1. Got it? Because you are given the options, just look at the options carefully and see the correct one. So option number 1 is the correct option. Graph the point 3, 10 on the coordinate plane. So 3 and 10, x is 3, y is 10. So w- one important thing you need to learn, both the numbers are positive, x is positive and y is positive. So you can see here you have x is positive, and if both the points are positive, you are here in this quadrant. This is quadrant number 1. You have to go anti-clockwise, opposite to clock direction. 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Maybe in the next lesson you're going to learn the quadrants. So that is quadrant 1. In quadrant 1, both x is positive and y values are positive. Now see here, in this quadrant you can see here x has negative values, so x has negative values over here and y have positive values over here, right? Then in the third quadrant, you can see both x is negative here, this one, and y is negative. So x is negative here and y is negative here. But in the fourth quadrant, the x is positive and just y values are negative. So both the values are positive. That means the point must be in the first quadrant, right? So just look at the both points in the first quadrant. X is 3, here is 3, and y is 10. Okay, just look at the options because both the values are positive. That means you just have to look for the point in the first quadrant. Here is 3 and 10, so option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is graph the point 10 2 on the coordinate plane. 10 and 10 2, again both the points are positive. X and 2, 10 and 2 both are positive. That means the point must be in the first quadrant. So you can see both the options. This one is in the first quadrant and this one is in the third quadrant. That means this option is the correct one because both an x and y are positive, so the point would be in the first quadrant. So option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, graph the point 10 and negative 8 on the coordinate plane. So which is the correct option? 10 and negative 8. X is positive and y is negative. That means the point is on the second quadrant. Okay, so x is positive and y is negative. 10 and negative 8. So that would be in the fourth quadrant. So that means the correct option is this one. 10, x is 10 and y is negative 8. So that would be option number 1. The correct option is option number 1. Okay, graph the point negative 4 and 9 on the coordinate plane. So which is the correct option? Negative 4 and 9. X is negative 4 and y is 9. So it must be here in the second quadrant, right? So the correct option is option number 1. You can match negative 4 and 9. That would be option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, let's just complete. Graph the point 10 and negative 5 on the coordinate plane. So which is the correct option? Okay, you have to plot the point 10 and -5. Okay, x is 10 and y is -5. So it would be in the fourth quadrant because x is positive. Here it is. X is positive and y is negative. So that would be in the fourth quadrant. So it is x is 10 and y is -5. So option number one is the correct option. I think for all the questions, option one is the correct one, isn't it? Okay, graph the points 7 and 8 on the coordinate plane. So 7 and 8 both are positive. That means the point must be in the first quadrant, right? So let's just look plot. This is not the correct option. The second one is the correct option. This one 7 and 8, x is, you can match it on the x-axis, x is 7 and y is 8. So option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is graph the point -1 and 4 on the coordinate plane. So which is the correct option? X is -1 and y is 4. That means x is negative and y is positive. So it would be in the second quadrant, right? So here you have -1 and 4. It must be here. Let's see which is the correct option. This is the correct option. -1 and 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, graph the point 4 and -5 on the coordinate plane. So which is the correct option? X is 4 and y is -5. That means that would be in the fourth quadrant. Here you have no 4 and -5 it is. So this is the correct option. X is 4 and y is -5. This is the correct option. Okay, graph the point 9, -9 on the coordinate plane. So which is the correct option? 9 and -9. X is 9 and y is -9. The correct option is, no, this is not the correct option. This one is the correct option. X is 9, y is -9. So the second one is the correct option, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just start with the next lesson. Yes, the very next one is the quadrants. I have already explained. Okay, let me just explain again the quadrants. The very important thing when you are working on the coordinate plane. So just listen to me carefully. Like the x and y planes looks like this. This side x has the positive values, this side x has the negative. Like if you move on the right of 0, all the x values are positive, and on the left of 0, this is the origin. Here x and y both coordinates are 0. Okay, if you move upside, that would be the positive y side. If you move downside, that would be the negative y side. Okay, you have to move on the coordinate plane anti-clockwise, opposite to clock direction, right? This one is the first quadrant, this one is the second quadrant, this one is the third quadrant, and this one is the fourth quadrant. Okay, in the first quadrant, you can see this side and this side. Hold on. Okay, in the first quadrant, you can see the values on this side and on this side. So you can see x is positive here and y is positive here. So both x is positive here and y is positive here. Coordinates, x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is positive. Same thing in this quadrant. Just look at this direction and this. When you see in this direction, you can see x bar. X bar means you have negative x value here, but This is just y has the positive values over here. Same thing here, x is still negative, but y is also negative because you are down from this point, so y is also negative. So again, this side you can see x is positive values and y has the negative values. So that's all about the quadrants to have to learn. You have to keep the very important points in your mind. Just keep the coordinate plane in your mind, and x, negative x, y, negative y. Then that would be very easy to find in which quadrant you are, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Which shape is in quadrant 3? Now you have to see which is quadrant 3. So move anti-clockwise, that is quadrant 1, that is quadrant 2, and that is quadrant 3. You have to look which shape is in quadrant 3. In quadrant 3 you have a green heart, right? So the correct option is the green heart. Okay, which shape is in quadrant 2? You have to see which shape, that is quadrant 1, that is quadrant 2, that is quadrant 3, and that is quadrant 4. So quadrant 2, here is quadrant 2. In quadrant 2 you have a triangle. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, which shape is in quadrant 2? So which is the correct option? This is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2. So in quadrant 2 you have the heart. So the correct option is this one. So in the second quadrant, the correct option is heart. Okay, which shape is in the second quadrant? Which is the correct option? In the second quadrant, this is first, this is second. In the second quadrant, you have a triangle. So the correct option is option number 1, the triangle, right? Which shape is in quadrant 4? So which is the correct option? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So in quadrant 4, you have the circle. So the correct option is a circle. Which shape is in quadrant 2? Which is the correct option? In the third quadrant, you have a pentagon. This is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, and this one is quadrant 3. So in quadrant 3, you have a pentagon. So the correct option is the pentagon. Hmm? Sorry, in quadrant 2, you have the pink heart. So the correct option is the heart. Okay, which shape is in quadrant 3? Which is the correct option? In quadrant 3 you have a heart, so the correct option is option number 1. Okay, which shape is in quadrant 3? Which is the correct option? In quadrant 3 you have a, this is quadrant 3, you have a circle, so option number 1 is the correct option. Which shape is in quadrant 3? One, two, three. In option, in quadrant 3 you have the circle, so the correct option is circle. Which shape is in quadrant 1? Which is the correct option? In quadrant 1 you have a triangle, the correct option is the pink triangle. Which shape is in quadrant 1? Which is the correct option? In quadrant 1 you have a triangle, so the correct option is a triangle. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just start with the next one, next lesson. And the next lesson is coordinate planes as maps. So let's just start with the next lesson. So we're going to learn how do we use the coordinate plane as the map, right? Okay, so you are given a coordinate plane. Where is the theater? Okay, which is the shape for the theater? For the theater, this is the shape. So here is the theater, right? You have to look for the coordinates. So just look at the x coordinate first. It would be on the 2 and 7. So that means the coordinate for the two for the theta is 2 and 7. Where is the magic shop? Okay, for the magic shop, this is the icon. Okay, so just look at this one. X is negative 4, and when you match it to the y axis it would be negative 1. That means the coordinate for the magic shop is negative 4 and negative 1, right? Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, where is the science lab? This is the science lab sign. Here it is. So just match it to the x-axis. X-axis is 3, and when you match it to the y it would be 5. That means the coordinate is 3 and 5. X is 3, y is 5. They are 3 and 5, right? So option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, where, what is at 2 and negative 2? 2 and negative 2. Okay, x is 2 and y is negative 2. Here it is. So just look at this sign here, that is the hospital. That means when x is 2 and at x2 negative 2 you have the hospital. So the correct option is hospital. Hello. Okay, where is the magic shop? So magic shop is at 1 and 3. So the correct option is 1 and 3. Okay, what is at negative 4 and negative 2? Okay, x is negative, here is negative 4, and y is negative, here is negative 2. So negative 4 and negative 2. That means on negative 4 and negative 2, this is a toy store. So the correct option is a toy store, right? That would be a toy store. Okay, where is the magic shop? Okay, here is the magic shop. Just look at the coordinates. X coordinate is negative 4 and y coordinate is negative 1. So the coordinates for the magic shop is negative 4 and negative 1. The correct option is negative 4 and negative 1. Where is the art gallery? This is the sign for the art gallery. Here it is. Just match it to the x-axis, it would be 1, and match it to the y-axis, it would be, sorry, x-axis is negative 3 and y-axis is 1. So it would be negative 3 and 1. So the correct option is negative 3 and 1, right? So it is negative 3 and 1. Okay. Where is the locksmith? This is the locksmith sign. Just match it to the x-axis 1 and then match it to the y-axis. It will be 1 and 6. That means the locksmith is at 1 and 6, right? The correct option is 1 and 6. Where is the office supply store? Here is, this is the icon. So here is the office supply store. Match it to the x-axis, it will be 5 and then y-axis is 4. So that means it is 5 and 4. The correct option is option number 1. That would be 5 and 4. Where is the theater? Okay, here is the icon of the theater. Here it is. So just match it to the x-axis, it would be at the 2 and then y-axis is 7. So the theater is on 2 and 7. Where is the dry cleaners? Here is the icon of the dry cleaners. Here it is. So which is the correct option? The coordinates are 3 and 3. So the correct option is option number 1. Okay, where is the art gallery? Which is the correct option? Where is the art gallery? Here it is. Just look at the coordinates. The coordinates are 6 and 1. So the coordinates of the art gallery are 6 and 1. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Okay, okay, we'll do the rest of the lessons in the next session. So we are working on grade 6 maths. The lesson we're working on is coordinate plane, and the lessons we have covered are object on a coordinate plane, graph points on a coordinate plane, quadrants and coordinate planes as maps. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. So you can please ask question if you need more help. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions. So please ask questions. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.